we okay. First off, wasn't aware of the fact that What If was doing a daily release. I thought it was a weekly release show. So I disappeared for a little bit and came back, and there was like a ton of stuff. We are going to skip, in my opinion, the two weaker episodes, which were the Christmas episode, since I actually have it up right now. Yeah, which was the Christmas episode. Didn't care for it. It was essentially whatever. We are jumping straight into the Iron Man episode because the Iron Man episode gives me something that I didn't realize I, in all honesty, needed. So during Infinity War, during that final fight between both Thanos and Tony Stark, Tony lands in front of Thanos, and Thanos goes, Stark. And the back and forth is like, Tony's like, you know me? And Thanos is like, I do. We thought that the reason why Thanos knew who Tony was because um he had the soul stone, and the soul stone basically gave him a wealth of knowledge and information that he did not possess before. What if presents the case that is not what it was? What if presents that my man Thanos was so mad when Tony blew up his Chitauri army? He was so tight about the entire situation that he had his forces investigate who that guy was that came through the portal. He was like, I need you, and you. Get down to Earth, give me all the information on the Avengers, but I need to know. I need to know right now who that man was that just blew up my forces. Bring me that information expeditiously because now I have to make an executive decision about whether or not I need to hunt this man down. That is hilarious to me. That is next level. That is next level petty on Thanos' part. Because the premise that this episode sets up is that he sends Gamora after Tony, which was a absolutely fucking horrible idea in the long run because we know basically how Gamora's loyalties are going to essentially shift away from Thanos' genocidal tendencies and back more towards being a decent person. But I loved the Mad Max slash Speed Racer vibe of this episode. Um, the suit that Tony essentially builds is definitely my number two suit. I still say that my favorite suit is it my favorite suit or is it my favorite suit up? Um, what would be my favorite suit? It's not Bleeding Edge. Bleeding Edge is definitely up there. My favorite suit would be probably actually my favorite suit in design would probably be the suit he wore in Civil. Yeah, no, it's the Civil War suit. The Civil War suit is my favorite Iron Man suit because it's mechanical. I love the mechanical suits. The suit he builds in this episode is the perfect mesh of both the mechanical suit and the nano suit with a little bit of Transformers just sprinkled on in there for a little bit of fun. When at first I was like, okay, it's a Hulkbuster suit. That's dope as shit. Mid fight transforms into a fucking car. I was like, what other forms does it have? Also, I love that we took the meme of Tony Stark built this suit in a cave with a bunch of scraps to the ultimate maximum height. The idea that you could take Tony, drop him onto a planet that he's never been on before, and my man will get to work. He's just out there. He's out there in the garbage, in the backwoods with primitive tools. Just like, what does this do? Okay, what does this do? Okay, if this does this, then this does this, and we can connect both of these, and we can get a power source through this. And he is just soldering and setting shit up. And he was able to make probably his best suit out of Sakari scraps. Love it. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. I want to see more of this Tony Stark. And it really lends to what I said in my other review. Well, it's not really a review, just a statement that, in all honesty, I really believe that the multiversal saga should have been what If basically is. which is movies based on characters that we've had before, but scenarios that went a little off the rails. Tony ending up on Sakaar, you could go out and you could get a completely different actor if you didn't want to bring back Robert Downey Jr. to play Tony Stark and have him be the version of Tony Stark that ends up on Sakaar. Like the entire thing was like, oh, we want to maybe get Tom Cruise to play Tony Stark. This is where Tom Cruise would come into play. Tom Cruise would be this version of Tony that I would send to Sakaar in a live action movie. Whoever's writing What If, please, we gotta we gotta get you on the main property. We've got to get you on the main movies because so far, I would say out of all the episodes that you've essentially given us, which we have gotten Nebula joined the Nova Corps, Blade Runner, Peter Quill attacked Earth, unique as hell. Iron Man crashed into the Grandmaster, absolutely fucking fantastic. And then of course I'm gonna watch the next episode, which is what if Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper, which I already know is gonna be fucking good. But we need you to be our top writing team. Whoever they've got as the current writing team, we don't want you anymore. We want these guys. These guys, these guys are the A1 talent. And I don't know why the A1 talent is always relegated to working on the TV shows or working on some obscure shit over here in the corner. No, we don't want that anymore. The main stuff is floundering. Bring these people in. Give them the main job. Let them just cut them loose and tell them to have fun in the multiversal property. Please. Please. Because we got to write this ship. We got to get this ship right. And the fact that I'm sitting down and I'm literally watching What If, and I'm like, wow, this is really really fucking good. And then I'm going over and I'm watching Percy Jackson. And I'm like, wow, this is also really really fucking good. Is a shame because whoever's writing these properties and taking the time to make sure that they are giving the fans what they want and they're having fun with it, we need that energy over there. We need the energy on the other side because this side is weak. It is not given us anything to enjoy. If anything, it has driven us away. We need these writers over there. We need them on the main property. But let me know what you think about this episode of What If. What was this episode called again? This was season 2, episode 4. What if Iron Man crashed into the Grandmaster? And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.